So today we're going to be talking about the Wieldy Steadicam system. This uses a Steadicam HD2000 style sled, as well as a Wieldy rig, which is the chest mount, and the Wieldy 2-part spring arm. So this system allows me to walk around, jump up and down, run around in circles, and stay nice and stable with the camera. The whole point of this spring is that it can take the weight of the camera without me holding on. Obviously you're never going to do that whilst you're walking around, because the whole point of having the handle and the grip there is so that when you walk around you can point where the camera's going and you can clearly direct the movement. This system is very nice, so with the 3-part gimbal, being that you can spin it with just your pinching of the fingers, which gets you super smooth shots, as you can see, as well as moving from left to right, forwards and backwards. I have full movement and I'm not getting stuck with the arm at all. The arm does fit for a standard doorway as well in this formation, so if anyone's worried about trying to get through a tight shot, things like that, it is easily done. We always recommend using a spotter if you're walking backwards tracking, but with this system it's brilliant because you can spin it around, have it on the other side, and still be walking forwards whilst the camera is shooting backwards. The only downside to that is obviously framing, but you learn that throughout your kind of Steadicam career. So now we're going to look a little bit more in depth at how the whole system works together. So this is the Wieldy Steadicam system chest mount, which is a harness effectively that you put onto your body, which can then attach the arm and will allow the weight of the camera and accessories or whatever you're flying to evenly distribute throughout your body, versus just having it on your arm, which is a strain for long shots and can always increase kind of the shakiness of the camera, things like that. So with this system, it's another way of reducing those camera shakes. So when you get the Wieldy Steadicam system, it comes in 3 parts. You have the front plate, the back harness, and then the back support strap. These 3 parts are the 3 main points of stress on your body. Obviously you've got the bottom part, which is lumbar support. You have your back plate, which is where the main weight of it goes, as well as this front plate, which wraps nicely around your hips, allowing the weight to be evenly distributed. So now I'm going to show you how to put it on. So you obviously have the back support, which has adjustable straps and Velcro all the way along. You have obviously the side straps, which again are fully adjustable. So this pretty simply sits on your back like so, and then you can then attach the front plate, which goes 1 clip there, secondary clip there, 1 side clip, the second side clip, and then that back lumbar support. So once you've got it on, you will be able to tighten up all the straps all around and make sure you get a nice tight snug fit. You don't want anything that's loose and kind of like moving all around, things like that. You want something nice and tight, ready to get the arm attached. So depending on how tall the person is wearing the system, you can also adjust the front plate, which pulls this little pin out here. You just pull it out and the whole system can then slide up or down depending on how tall you want it. I've got it obviously set quite low, but if you want it set high, you can do, and then obviously back low, and then it will just clip into place like so. So all you've got to do is take the arm with the 2-pin and slot it into the hole like that, and then you have the 2 screws that you just tighten it up, and that is now secured in place. So you've got the two springs, which have the two tightening screws. Right tightens it, left loosens it. So if you want to fly a heavy camera with a battery pack, things like that, obviously tighten it to the right. And if you've got a lighter camera with no accessories, to the left. And that should work pretty well, but obviously it is a case of trial and error, and you just kind of have to play around, find your best settings. So within most Steadicam systems, the bottom of the sled will have a hole in the handle, which then allows you to add the arm on using the pin mechanism. So the pin and the handle will meet nicely, and then we'll just slot into place like that. And that's as simple as it can get, really. So if you're on set with other people, we always recommend that they have this part and you hold on to the arm, and then together you can put it together. However, if you don't have that, we appreciate that not everyone has a third, fourth member of crew to help them out with things like that. Best way I've found it doing it solo is put the pin in your hand and then also grab the handle with the same hand and let it just slot into place nice and simply like that. Always make sure that you've got a tight grip of this part, just so if there is any issues with that, it won't fall out straight away. Always check your pin and your arm before you put the full weight of the camera on there. Once that's in place, you can be comfortable with the fact that it's not going to go anywhere. So some of you might have noticed throughout the video that I've got this little carabiner tied onto one of the side straps. This is something that I've added after a bit of use. I've realised that when I don't have the actual Steadicam with me and I've just got the arm, if I don't want to take it off between shoots, I can just clip it, seeing as there is a little smaller pin there. I can clip it onto there, and although it still moves a little bit, it's not going to be doing this basically and swinging around, taking people's eyes out. And if I want to change anything on the camera, if I want to grab some water, anything like that, I can do. I can still use my hands and it's nice and free, and this isn't swinging around. So that's an extra little bonus tip from us. If you want to add it, then fair enough. If you don't, then we always recommend to take the arm off between shoots, just for safety reasons. So these last few videos on the Wieldy have been inspired by a couple of our subscribers asking us questions about the system. If you've got any questions that you want answering, or us to do any specific videos on cameras, equipment, tech reviews, anything like that, leave them in the description below or message us and we'll try and produce some content that answers your question, or we'll get back to you within the comment section. Thank you for watching and we'll see you next time.